It's the Year of Shame Challenge.
Hello everybody and welcome to July's Year of Shame 5. This is your host Derek and I'm here with all of the cohorts. So we've got, everybody has turned up. Linton has come back from his parental leave and is back with us now. So say hello guys.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hi.
Trevor sounds so enthusiastic.
I know, he does.
I am enthusiastic. Yeah. I've only just started drinking.
Only two of us drinking tonight.
Yeah, I'm on the tea again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did think that.
Long week.
So, looks like we're going to be starting with Trev, aren't we? We're going to be looking at what's been released this month.
Really?
Yeah, certainly according to the running order. That's what we're going to do.
Some feelings in.
No,
Thoughts and feelings always come fucking first.
I know. This is. I'm now questioning the integrity of Steve-O's list at the moment.
I'm pretty sure I put thoughts and feelings on that.
This is his subtle way of calling.
I'm calling him out. Yeah.
There's so much to fucking do. And let me just check my. We'll do thoughts and feelings anyway.
Yes, of course we're doing thoughts and feelings because it's always thoughts and feelings. So what I'll do is
you have to fucking travel for the paperwork then.
It always pays to be prepared, eh?
I'm an old man. I could have had a heart attack.
Hold on. I'm looking at the email I just sent out, and it goes: order, intro, Derek, thoughts and feelings. Derek,
right.
What we've missed, Trevor. It's there. Thoughts and feelings is there.
All right.
I sent it out to everyone.
It's because you've listed.
That's a mic drop
It's because you've listed everybody's roles directly above it. I've not seen order.
Yes,
it's not.
Order is below the roles. Look, read down the email. Order is below the roles. Yeah.
Fucking hell! Started early.
Thought I'd get us off to a good start. So, Steve-O, seeing as how I've warmed you up, do you want to tell us your thoughts and feelings?
Wound me up more like that. Thoughts and feelings. It's same as last month. I'm feeling quite good about the challenge. To be honest, I don't have any pangs for any of the releases this year. It's like I don't feel as though I've missed anything. So, yeah, I'm even thinking about how to carry on part of the challenge next year. I stupidly thought, I'm going to do 2 years in a row, but fuck that.
No, that's a bit silly.
I'm all gravy with the challenge. Enjoying it, to be honest.
Okay. What about you, Trev?
Sicko.
How's it been for you this month?
Yeah, it's been okay. Same old. A bit like Stephen or whatever. You know, I look back at someone sent out a mail, the top games of the year. And I thought, no, I even forgot about some of them. So yeah, I'm okay.
Same here.
Still, yeah. I think when the next year comes around, I'd have forgotten all about some of those games. I said, I'd be interested in that. They'll have just gone by.
Well, I've been relatively distracted this month, to be honest, because I've dived into my own little hobby. I've been collecting the back issues of 2000 AD.
Yay!
So I've been reading those again.
Good man.
All digital. So I've got all of the Slain and almost all of the Strontium Dog stuff, which I've been working my way through. So it's about 90 quid worth of comics I bought in the last.
How do you get on with digital?
All digital, yeah.
All digital. How do you get on with like a digital comic then?
I do like it because there's an intuitiveness to some of the comic book readers where it'll move pane to pane. It'll be able to recognise that. So it will actually, you can zoom in and it will actually move you to the right sections. So some of them work really well. The one obviously 2000 AD one is pretty straightforward, so it's very easy to follow the action.
I can't do digital. Music yes, but books, comics, can't do digital. I have to have those bits of paper in my hand. I don't know why.
I quite like it because I travel a lot, so I do a lot of commuting. So typically in the mornings I'll read through one or two of the old comics, just a couple of the smaller stories. And I quite enjoy having it.
It's not something that's ever really appealed to me to do it that way because I've always been quite traditional with it. But at the same time, I've never tried it. So
I would recommend giving it a go because it's definitely a very easy way to access your collection on the go. So, like I say, I had a 7-hour bus journey, so I demolished. Let's see, 2 whole Strontium Dog sections. So that's what, 500 pages each, something like that. And a couple of the smaller Slain ones. So I demolished those, and it was because I was on the bus. I had my phone in my hand, and I could access it straight away.
See,
it's like 40 megabytes for each massive 400-page book.
I use Kindle on the iPad to do it, and I must admit, some of them do work, and then some of them don't. The frames don't seem to fit. I think some of the Judge Dredd ones were bad for that. They wouldn't fit properly on the screen.
Yeah.
I do a bit of both.
It's the ones that flow over 2 pages. You know how they used to do the big like top header art piece where it would go across to the top of 2 pages? It gets confused at that quite a lot. So you will read, open it in the set page, and you'll read the wrong part of the story first, and then find out you should have been reading the other side at the top. So you get that occasionally, but nothing. Do you know what? I've got it in my pocket. I've got all of them sitting there ready to access whenever I want, so I quite enjoy it.
It sounds better than looking around 7 hours worth of reading material.
Exactly. So, funnily enough, I've been extremely distracted, so I've not really been paying much attention to anything. I've been trying to ignore most of the big announcements and most of the games that are coming out, so I've just been shying away from it, diving into games that I enjoy. So...
Have there actually been any big announcements this month?
I don't know.
I've not noticed. I've not paid attention to any news.
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah, it's so bizarre for me, because usually I'm all over the news. As soon as something's announced, I'm all over it, but I've been cutting down on my social media. I don't go on Twitter as much as I used to do, because that's where I got a lot of my stuff. I don't go on NeoGAF at all anymore, because I used to hit that up almost daily. So... yeah, it's been bizarre. Basically isolating myself from what I'm used to. So what about you, Linton? Thoughts and feelings?
Well, I've been much the same, mate, to be honest. With regards to social media, I've taken a big step back from it over the past few months. But contrary to how I felt previously with the challenge and the reason why I was away for 2 months, I'm feeling a lot more confident about it now and a lot more positive about it. I've managed to play a couple of games over the past sort of few weeks as well, which has sort of got me back into it a little bit. That gaming funk's sort of subsided a little bit. And I feel like you said, I've not paid any attention to any media, not paid any attention to anything that could be released or is going to be released for the rest of the year. And the games that have previously been released, which were tempting me, I've now, the hype's gone, the hype's passed, and I'm more than happy to wait for another 6 months before I even bother looking at any of them. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot more positive than I have been previously.
So I guess that kind of leads us perfectly into what's been released this month, because none of us know. So hopefully Trev does.
It's for July. It's July what we've missed, not August. So I have a list. So, just my eyesight's going fucking worse. Black the Fall on PS4, Xbox One and PC. Sansei the Studios.
Sorry, what's that?
Well, I'm going to fucking tell you to shut the fuck up.
I think if we're going to stop him for every game that we don't know about, Steve-O, this is going to be a long section.
Is it?
Okay.
I think so.
Is it that dry month? Right.
Okay, fuck it then. I've got 18. I'm sure you've got 19. You've got one fucking squirreled away somewhere. It's a puzzle platformer.
I tried my best this month. Couldn't find anything.
Good. You're escaping a communist sweatshop. Now, I must admit, I did quite like the look of it. Any thoughts? No, because you fuckers don't know what's been going on.
This game, Trev.
Yeah, I made it. Derelict Fleet. It looks shit, and it really got badly reviewed. Third person, ships fighting shit. Okay. Some shit game called Final Fantasy VII. Don't know anything about it. Never heard of the genre. Not interested.
Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy 12.
Oh yeah, that's right. See, my eyesight is getting fucking bad. Okay, Final Fantasy 12.
Trev.
I look like
Oh,
a
it's funny you
vegan,
should
mate.
say Final Fantasy 12, isn't it, Steve? Well, I think you've got something you could say to
Wait,
us at this point.
is there a story here, Steve?
I think there might be a story here.
Warning. Please remain calm. Some daft bastard has bought a game. I repeat. Some daft bastard has bought a
Do you
game.
know anything about the game, Steve? Heard of it before?
I have spent my Joker. I have purchased Final Fantasy 12, to be honest, and I went for the big balls deep collector's edition, and yeah, it's fucking brilliant. It really is.
I have to admit, I'm envious of you, because that's one I would have picked up, because I'm a big Final Fantasy fan as well.
It's so good.
Do you not already own it, though?
Do I not? Yes, I already own it. I have the PS2 version. And I also have a copy of the Japanese International Zodiac Job System version, which I can't play over here. But yeah, I got the Zodiac Age, and it's fucking brilliant. It is so good. Do you want me to go into it more in thoughts in what we've played, or should I just carry on?
Yeah, let's let me get my shit out of the way, and you can say on what you played.
Right, okay.
An orgasm
I'll
about
do
it
in
then.
what we've played.
About the game you already own 3 times now. That's all right, mate. Don't worry. I mean, people that buy multiple games just make me think they're weird.
Oh, yes, that's quite right, Trev. Totally agree with you on that one.
Yeah, I mean, fucking people don't do that. It's just stupid.
Not normal people. Normal people.
No, normal people. Fucking hunting simulator. This game just looks shit. It's a hunting simulator. No, not interested. It's on everything.
What, hunting as in going for shooting a deer?
Shooting a deer, yeah. It's I'm betting it does well in Texas this time of year. It's just I have no idea why they didn't make a fucking game. It's like
I don't think that's for this market, really, is it?
No, no. Iron Cryptical, twin stick shooter, dungeon crawler, multiplayer option, Gauntlet-esque. PSN Plus maybe. I'd have picked it up.
Yeah, you may be right.
Minecraft story mode. It's Minecraft. Sort of missed me by. Anyone up for it? Clearly not.
Nah, I had a passing interest in it, and it was fun for a while, but I'm not like hardcore like some of these people are.
Minecraft shit. Hate it.
Oh, it takes over people's lives, mate. It really does. Yeah. That game. It's like crack.
Yeah, this is another thing I don't get used to. People that allow games to take over their lives, they're also mental. They need to have some sort of clear... Serial Cleaner, 2D stealth action puzzle game. Yeah, a bit like Hotline Miami. I might have punted on that. Apart from that, any thoughts? Given that none of you fucking know what's
name
going
like
on.
Serial Cleaner makes me think it's an OCD simulator.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife would love that.
No, I think it's my wife would be playing it all the fucking time. She's probably just come in the kitchen to move my fucking wallet because it's not in the right fucking place. People wonder why I'm OCD. I can fucking see her fucking around moving shit that clearly doesn't need to be moved. God. Anyway, yeah. I mean the shit anyway. Doesn't matter. I think it's up for a Hitman sort of thing, but might have dropped on it. Yonder, the Cloud Catcher Chronicles. Open world adventure game. Looks pretty, but yeah. Anyone?
I've never heard of it.
Fucking. Don't worry, don't you trust me? You've never heard of that one. Buckle up, because fuck me.
Buckle up.
Moon Hunters, Xbox One, role-playing game. Old styly. Moon disappears, everyone tries to find it. Blah blah blah.
So it's literal Moon Hunters.
Yeah.
They didn't really think much about that name, really.
That's
did
exactly what it says on the tin.
What is the game about? It's about these guys hunting the moon. So what should we call it? I don't know. Let's call it Moon Hunter. If that had been a Japanese game, that would have been called Kitty Fuck Shit in the Garden, Big White Thing Missing. But no, some people just don't fucking try. Oh, this,
no imagination.
Fuck me. I fucking pissed myself laughing when I saw this one. There must be developers out there, you've got to go, what the fuck were you thinking? Conga Master. Guess what it is? It's a Conga game. What the fuck have we come to? This This is my 11-year-old's at a wedding fucking nightmare. Some old fat woman grabbed me saying, "Come on, son, we're going to do the conga. Oi, oi." Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, so that was... I buy that just for the nightmares, I think. So, no one's up for a conga simulator?
I'm curious what the gameplay mechanics would be now. I really am. Is this first person? Is this third person? Is it VR? I mean, holy crap!
No, it's not VR. It's not first person. I can trust me. I sometimes watch the YouTube clips in the office to try and work out what it is. To some of the amusement of some of the girls who just don't understand what I'm doing, but then they don't understand. I just say something technical to them, and they fucking disappear. Then Lone Echo on PC. This is an Oculus Rift game. Sci-fi. You're an android. It sort of looked quite impressive. I think, if I remember it right, 'cause I did watch it. You're an android supporting other people. Oculus Rift, a bit expensive. Who knows? It looked good. But as we're not all PC gamers, I don't suppose it makes any fucking difference. No. Avon Colony. On everything. Blah, 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 blah. Simulator colony building. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we've been attempted on this. A bit like Sim City, but colony building. So you don't know what I'm fucking talking about, because none of you know what's going on.
No.
I've
heard of it.
I haven't heard of it, but it sounds like a sort of game I would actually be interested in. Like world building stuff. I quite like that.
Okay, the next on the list is Cyber Complex, Data Sex Rip-Off. No fucking way, because it looked shit when I had it. And it's on the Xbox One as well. Not that makes it shit, it's just it was on the Xbox One only. Fable Fortune, collectible card game. I have no idea.
Fable
Future
Fortune.
collectible card game.
Is that what's happened to Fable now? It's gone to a card game.
Well, everyone does it.
Is it based on Fable?
Yeah, I think it is.
Alright.
Well, everyone does it. I mean, Skyrim has its card game for Elder Scrolls.
I've got that installed. I was actually going to talk about that in Pile of Progress, to be honest.
Yeah, the Skyrim one's quite good.
That got released on Android.
Elder Scrolls Legends.
Got released on Android 2 weeks ago. And I downloaded that and I've been playing that quite a bit.
But at least Elder Scrolls is still releasing AAA titles.
Yeah.
It's just sort of stopped.
It's kind of dead IP now, isn't it?
It's a shame.
Yeah. I enjoyed them. But
Fable 2 is one of my favourite games ever.
So, I've got to ask then, Trev, what is that Fable game you're talking about? Is it pay, or is it like a free-to-play sort of thing?
Oh, now you want fucking details.
I do, actually.
Well, do you know what? I don't fucking have them, because I had no idea and was not interested in it, therefore I didn't waste my fucking time. There's always a thing to it. If I don't give a shit, I don't do anything. However, good you to think that. How about Fortnite? Now, I had a look at this because Survivor Tower, defensive sort of game, zombie-ish, fort building, nice atmosphere, nice animation, multiplayer. I probably would have dropped on it, but who'd paid early access and then it's free to play later? What the fuck is that about?
What?
That's what pissed me off,
that's common. That's quite common now, actually. I think
But why would I do
that? Early access.
Why would I? Why would I
purely
pay for early access for a game I can get free?
It gives you gives you a load of bonus things, and it gives you an edge on people that are going to be coming into the game later.
What's pissed me off about it is they've released the free-to-play client, so you can they don't advertise this. You download it thinking, oh yeah, you can actually play it. And then you log on, and it's asking you to insert your keys and everything, and don't fucking release the free-to-play client if you're not allowing people to play free-to-play. Just the paid early access to download, and then you don't get people's hopes up. So yeah, I'm a bit annoyed with Fortnite. So fuck off. I'm not even going to play it free-to-play now.
So when is the free-to-play released? Does anyone know?
I think it's January.
Fuck off.
It's January.
Really can.
January.
So it'll be
at least
outside
you're
the
paying
usual.
for very early access then.
Yeah. You
Yes.
get 6 months.
It's not like it's a week.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I don't see what advantage it gives to you. I just couldn't see.
Isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't see. Yeah.
I'm looking up that Fable Fortune now as well. I don't know if it's going to be free to play, but it's another one. £10 to pay for early access. So yeah, that can fuck off as well. It's just I don't like it. Right,
Okay.
Anyway, carry on. Sorry, Trev.
I found it a weird concept, and I probably because I don't play games like that, I just didn't think anything of it.
The closest approximation I've been told is it Brutal Legend? That old
Lost me.
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite, the game. The closest I've had it associated is Brutal Legend.
Brutal Legend, is that the one, the Jack Black?
Jack Black one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. Because it had the
That was
same
quite fun,
gameplay
actually,
hooks
yeah.
that this has got in it. You've got a 3D action adventure world, base building, and like basically tower defence.
Yes.
Whilst you can actually fight in the battles. So it's a bit
that's
Dynasty
quite
Warriors, a bit RTS. It's quite cool. So that's what Fortnite is meant to be.
Just to chuck my 3 penny thing, it looked like Fallout 3 building settlements with Minecraft attached to it.
Yeah.
That's how I viewed it.
So do we have anything else on
Well,
the
yeah,
list?
that's why I thought, ooh, and it looked like it built better than trying to build Fallout 4 on.
Well, like I said, the good thing is, come January, it'll be free to play anyway.
be free.
So,
Yeah.
no skin off, man.
Yeah,
And everyone else playing it will be level 100 and something, and we'll be coming in as noobs because they've paid early access.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them. If they want to have a go at me, I'll just call them a cunt and just keep fucking going.
You won't be the only ones.
I'll run up behind them and smack them in the back of the head with a pickaxe while they're not looking.
Yeah, there are people who'll pick it up when it's free to play, when it launches free to play. So it's not like it's just going to be, us.
I dare say in this community, there's a lot of other guys that go, fuck that. Paying for
Exactly.
fucking early access."
I don't think Steve-O's response to that is exactly non-typical. I think a lot of our community feel the
If
same
one
way about it.
of us was an 11-year-old child, we'd probably have a different thing. But given that we would never have an 11-year-old child on the program, it doesn't matter. So anyway, what's next? Grid Retro Enhanced, arcade-style shoot 'em up. I tell you what it reminded me of. Wipeout, because that's what I looked at the video of it. No, not for me. Anyway, it's on the Xbox, so Xbox One, so I wouldn't get it anyway. It had a really, really classy description. When I looked at it, I thought it was stealth, arcade style, blah blah blah. I thought there's fuck all stealth in this, mate. You're driving up a track, shooting shit. So no. Infinite Mini Golf by Zen Studios. It's golf on a mini. It's just like holidays at Great Yarmouth with your family. Brings me back to the conga fucking thing again. Never going to buy it. Though I do like Zen Studios. Anyone interested in playing miniature golf on a PS4? No. Fucking games like this shouldn't fucking exist. You can get it on the Switch though, so the 6-year-olds can enjoy it. Cha-ching. And the last one on my list is Pyre. It's an RPG. I had a look at it. It's not for me. Super Giant Games.
Yeah, I've not had a look at it, but I do like Bastion and that other one that's on my pile. Yes. That I've not finished, but yeah, I need to look at it.
The list is finished. So
Steve,
Steve, you don't have it?
Oh, he has.
Oh, yeah, I forgot one.
I just remembered one. I just remembered one.
Oh.
I don't think it was on the list. It's not on the list, though. And I don't know if it's actually Gen 1.
I've just checked with the list behind my back, so I can't even fucking go and check now. Go on.
Well, it's not. It's not on the list, because I download the same list as you. Look at it.
And then you go and spend a whole week, a whole month, fucking looking to see what's not on that list.
Yes,
you
I
need
do.
to get a fucking life, man.
I do. Yes.
I almost drunk my fucking ashtray by accident then.
You're that angry.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was released this month. Orcs Must Die Unchained.
Oh yes, no, you're right. I did see Hunter VP speaking about is this going free.
Me and him were playing it this month. It is a genuine free free-to-play thing. I think it's more of a lane tower defense thing.
I played the first one,
but it's actually really good. Yeah, so give it a try.
I saw Pete put it down, and I think I may have drunkenly downloaded it, but got round to it.
It's quite a fun game to play.
Is it tower defense then?
Yeah, it's tower defense.
Oh shit!
And
there's other stuff attached to the back of the notes.
So we move on to Pile Progress. So
we'll
start with you, Linton, because you said you've had the chance to play some games. So I'd like to hear what you've been doing.
Yeah. So first of all, I received my gift for the year.
Warning. Please remain calm. Some daft bastard has bought a game. I repeat.
Another klaxon.
Some daft bastard has bought a game.
What did you receive as your gift?
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Have you enjoyed it?
Someone give you that as a gift?
Yeah. Well, I asked for it. And in all honesty, I've not really played it a lot. It wasn't in the right frame of mind, and it is a bit buggy. So I'm sort of I'm waiting for a good patch to come out and for people to say it's okay now. I don't normally make a big deal out of aesthetics, but they are off-putting, if I'm completely honest with you. So for you guys who would want to play it now, missing out on it, I don't think it's such a bad thing, because come January, hopefully they will have patched it pretty majorly, and it will be worth playing then, because let's say it is off-putting. It's not major, but it is off-putting, and Mass Effect's all about the story, isn't it, and the interaction between you and the other characters. It just takes it out of it.
I've got to ask, I mean, now that we're most of the way through the year, which one of you guys are actually going to pick this up when the challenge is over?
Mass Effect.
I will.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have done if I hadn't received it. I'm not sure I would have done.
Really?
It's not Mass Effect to me. It's not like my nostalgic memory of Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 has sort of been tainted a little bit by it.
No,
actually, I'll correct that. If the trilogy comes out on PS4, I'll buy that, and I'll never buy.
Oh God, yeah.
Andromeda. I'll play, because I got to play on the 3, 2 and 3, but I've never been able to play 1, 2 and 3 because I don't think 1 came out on the PlayStation.
It came out as
it is a trilogy, didn't it?
As a trilogy on PS3, but it was very limited. It's like rocking horse shit to get. I think
it's on my Amazon wishlist for the PC. It's at £16, and I sit there every day looking at it. It's probably gone now, and I just sit there going, "No, who would know if I bought it on the PC? No one checks the PC, Trevor." Yes, my pretty. I know they won't. Shut up! Fucking leave me alone. Get behind me. No, but I know that you're probably right. I probably talked myself out of it by the end of the year. Because, as I say, I looked at this list of, someone put on Facebook, list of top 10 games, and I thought, oh yeah, I remember that coming out. I thought I'd been excited. But today, couldn't give a shit.
So that failed to get me out of this funk. I fired up XCOM 2, and that failed to get me out of the funk as well. Not like I've binned it, I will go back to it, just wasn't in the mood to play it. I fired up Diablo 3. And Diablo 3, I have got the bug. I have literally got the bug, and it's been almost every night I wanted to play. And it's just easy to play, isn't it? You just fire it up and just let it flow, and I've just really been enjoying it. Yeah, I can't say a lot about it.
It's Diablo 3. It's Diablo. It's. I see it as like a Space Invaders kind of game. You go in, you just kill lots of things, you collect your loot, and you're probably doing the same things over and over again, but it's just
essentially just holding
easy,
your button down,
relaxing
aren't you?
Yeah.
So
no, you can do more than that.
Yeah,
you can do more than that.
What level? I'm on level 40 odd at the moment, and I'm a monk.
40, child.
I've got to ask,
Play through
did you buy the additional character? Because I mean, that's kind of why the hype's been building about it, is the new character that came out. Did you buy that as well as?
I haven't paid for anything. I just fired the game up and started playing for the story.
Right.
I'm just doing what it's telling me to do at the moment.
Yeah.
I tell you what. I tell you what, Linton. I'll gift you the Necromancer DLC, because you play the Necromancer. It's like running through toddlers with a fucking baseball bat. That fucking man. I mean,
that's a good analogy, actually.
It's all the corpses can get thrown at them, and I use it with spikes, and you start a chain reaction that you start to kill what's in front of you, and they turn in corpses, and before you know, I've literally sat there, and within seconds you've got 84 kills, and it's a and all this, the screen is just full of these spikes flying from the air going, oh yeah, my work is done here, bring on some more minions, you motherfuckers. Whereas, I'll get it when I play, because I might have been playing Diablo 3.
Glad you're enjoying Diablo 3.
Yes, there seems to be a lot of love in the room for Diablo 3 at the moment. So
it's just a nice, easy pick up and play, and it's just what I needed, and it's just what I need at the moment. It doesn't take too much brain power. Just pick it up, and I can literally just turn it off when I need to, and I can be back exactly where I was before. So that's the reason I'm enjoying that at the moment.
So Trev, what about yourself? What have you been playing this month?
Okay, I have an illness. You know, last month I said Fallout 4 I'm done with.
Mm-hmm.
So
you started a new character, haven't you?
Yeah. Because I remembered there were the mods for it. So I downloaded quite a few mods, and I started Fallout 4 again in hardcore mode, in survival mode. Then realised I needed to have something to talk about. So I did play Spy Chameleon on PS. I got the Vita out, PS4. Yeah, it's not bad. Killing Floor 2, PSN Plus game. Fucking bullshit, not for me. And then I played Diablo 3 Necromancer and completed it this morning, and was almost late for work. I always arrive between an hour and 30 minutes before everyone else, but I arrived on time for once for work, which people looked at me weird that I was walking in the office at 9. I thought, yeah.
Well, so seeing as how Trev's been talking about it, and I believe that's all you've been playing this month, isn't it?
And Fallout 4. So I bounced through some other shit.
Wait, I think we know all about Fallout 4. But I'll just say I've also.
Actually, I will say that the mods on Fallout 4, some of them are really fucking cool. I just found one tonight, maybe, where you can expand your settlements. So you take over Jamaica, whatever it is, and it's only that little building.
Jamaica Plains.
You take over you can take over the entire fucking Jamaica Plains itself. So all those other buildings that because they're all stuck in it, you can take over the entire town. The mods are really fucking good. Some of them are shit, but some of them are good. Anyway, I'll shut up now. I won't mention Fallout 4 again.
We won't mention that game.
Maybe for another 2 or 3 months. Okay. And while we're talking about things I did buy, I may have bought the Fallout 4 exclusive loot crates. May have.
So funnily enough, this month I haven't been playing Fallout 4. But I have been playing Diablo. I finally fucking got out there. Hurrah! I bought the Necromancer DLC as well. And I've been playing through the character in hardcore mode. So I think I'm Torment 2 at the moment, but this is always the thing. It's always kind of that wary moment, because any slip of the button and you could be fucked.
Especially on hard.
Especially on hardcore, and that's it. Its character's gone. So I'm taking it slow and steady, because I want to build her up to a decent level to see what she can actually do. But I regret my choice of going hardcore, to be honest. I think I would rather have gone. Permadeath. Yeah, I've got four hardcore characters. So few of them have already gone 70 plus, so I had a few extra little points to place into her to give her that little bit of protection. So I'm fairly confident she's a bit robust for hardcore, but there's always that niggle at the back of your mind when you're playing a hardcore character. It's like, don't make a mistake, don't fuck this up, because if you do, it's gone. So I think I'm actually thinking of starting to play through it again this season, because I tried last season, didn't actually get into it till the very end, so I missed most of it. But I might jump in and try that again. The only other thing I've really been playing is Assassin's Creed. Funnily enough, I booted up Syndicate.
Syndicate.
Yeah. See, I've got the statue and everything, because I actually bought the collector's edition. And I've never played the fucking game. I had 2 copies at one point. On the same platform. Not on different platforms, on the same platform. Both of them sealed. Because people kept buying me it for a gift, because they knew I liked my Assassin's Creed. So, yeah, I booted that up, and do you know what? I absolutely love it. I love the whole time period. The characters are, well, one of them's annoying as fuck, but one of them is quite interesting. And yeah, I just think it's a fantastic game. I've just stumbled on the...
Remind me what one Syndicate is.
It's the one with the Cockney geezers.
Cockney geezers, yeah. It's all London, but it's really, really good. Building up the gangs and taking over areas and assassinating Templars. It's quite enjoyable.
I've not heard many people say they haven't enjoyed Syndicate.
Yeah, well, this is it. It seems to be a definite step up from Unity, which was, let's be brutally honest, a pile of wank when it was released. Yeah, no, I've been enjoying that. I just got to the glyph section where I get taken into World War II, so you're at London during the Blitz, which is really cool. Yeah, some really cool sections in it.
This is in Syndicate?
This is in Syndicate, mate, yeah.
Oh.
Yep. See, I knew that would get him.
Well, gamers are gamers, Linton, there are people out there who apparently don't appreciate Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Who I must admit, I just fucking wasted space. I didn't realise it went to that level. Okay, maybe next year when it's cheap.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I've not finished it yet.
What am I talking about? I fired up Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry because I thought it was new, and then realised I played this. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I'll report back, because I'll have it finished by next month, and I'll let you know how I got on with it. But I'm certainly enjoying it anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to that.
I think I'm in quite a happy place with Assassin's Creed, where I'm willing to wait a year to play the iteration that's coming out, because I'm playing Syndicate now, and the next one's just about to come out. So I'm quite happy to wait a year and pick it up for 15 quid next year and just play it then, because it's not really a multiplayer focused game, so it's one I can enjoy on my own without having to worry about too many spoilers. So yeah.
Something I've noticed with Assassin's Creed games as well recently is the value plummets very, very fast.
Yeah, it's because the yearly iterations, that's why.
Yeah,
they pump one every year. It's like FIFA and COD. Yeah, it's just...
And you can almost guarantee there'll be some major bugs and glitches on release. So it'll take them Ubisoft a couple of months to get it patched and stable.
I think they did alright with Syndicate. There were a few bugs seen, but it wasn't as bad as Unity. And I know Watch Dogs 2, they absolutely hammered that in testing before they released it. So that was testing for weeks and weeks and weeks for the final release.
Well, give us an update, because as long as it doesn't have too much of that shit going back to the real world crap, I might. If they got rid of that for an Assassin's Creed, I would just love the game.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. After each chapter, you do have a short cutscene back in the regular time, where they're interacting with the Templars during the real time. But yeah, shit. To be honest with you, Trev, I totally agree with you on that. I can't stand the future stuff. It's just fucking pish. It's so badly acted.
Because I came to the game late because I heard it and I thought, I picked it up cheap, and then I thought, when it started in the future, I went, what the fuck is this all about? Actually, I'm going to buy the film for the missus because she keeps seeing clips. She says, can we watch this? I went, yeah, okay, we can watch this. people didn't
Do you know
like
what?
it. Because
I'm going to make a statement here, and I think some of our community will agree and some won't. But as far as I'm concerned, Desmond Miles to Assassin's Creed is as Jar Jar is to Star Wars. As far as I'm concerned, he is the crux of why the games both are great and suck at the same time. So, other than that, I've just been playing mobile gaming, so Elder Scrolls card game. Obviously, I downloaded that and I've been playing that quite a bit. Legends. So, what about you, Steve-O? Anything new on your plate this month?
Is it
fuck me! I've forgotten he hadn't spoken. Shit, I'll shut up now.
He hasn't spoken yet.
What have you been playing, Stephen?
Well, let's start. I have done a little bit of co-op gaming with Pete, playing Night on Orcs Must Die. That's a really good free-to-play game. Dip in, kind of dip out kind of thing. So yeah, recommend you play that.
Is it only a co-op game?
No, you can play it on. You can play it on your own. It's
Okay,
up to
that's
3
good.
people co-op online, but you can do it all on your own if you want. So yeah, just give it a whirl. It's free to play. If you don't like it, delete it. That's all.
I don't delete anything.
The only other things I've played, Diablo 3. As ever,
Diablo 3. I'm not aware of this game. What's Diablo 3 about?
I did get the Necromancer DLC, and I, like Trev, level 70 on it, but I have also got all the trophies for that, so I'm back to being 100% on all the trophies for Diablo 3.
Fuck me. Now, do you know what? I always fail to do this. I forget to check the trophies before you do it,
Yes.
which means I have to go back. So, some of those trophies are fucking weird. And I can understand how they're played. So you managed to think about stripping the Skeleton King skeleton out of him whilst playing him with that.
That's a piece of
He's
piss.
done that, that's really easy.
I know. I can guess it's a
Bone armor.
piece
You
of
just need to
piss.
trigger the bone armor once around him, and it pulls stuff off, and you get the trophy for it.
Yeah,
It's not that
but you
difficult.
but you have to think that you have to select that bone armor. No, it just doesn't work that way. So I was thinking, whoa, you've 100%ed it. So one of those fucking irritating trophies is breaking 50 fucking containers in so many seconds. Where did you
I've done that
fucking
one.
find a place you could break all those? Or maybe this is an offline conversation.
Hell,
Maybe Steve, we need to see out we can go
I think this
trophy
might
hunting.
be an offline conversation because I'm nearly 100%. I think I've got treasure
You
goblins,
motherfuckers.
treasure goblins, and what do you call
Bounties.
it? 500 bounties.
500 bounties.
I think I'm at
Okay, that's
377 on that at the moment. And now, obviously, the new stuff with the Necromancer DLC. I've got most of those. I think the one I'm really not looking forward to is damage Diablo on Diablo's shadow form with one of your clone
10%.
things, whilst below 10% or something like that. There's a couple of really fucking weird ones that
That's 100%.
But just quickly to Linton, the treasure goblins, they are a fucking nightmare. Do not, just because you see one giggling, don't run after the fucking thing, because it leads you deliberately into other fucking things. And before you know it, you've chased it, and there's 200 motherfuckers chasing it. Oh my god, I've chased this fucking thing. It's escaped through its portal, and now you turn around and you're thinking, cunt. Why did I chase this
motherfucker? Gold in
motherfucker?
the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, if you're playing Necromancer, they're a fucking arse to kill because you just shoot them. But if you're playing any of them and you start to run after them, you run through a whole lot of things. You think, I'll ignore that, and before you know it, you've got it cornered. You've turned around to sort of that. It's jumped through, and every fucking motherfucker in
Do you
the
know what
field
though?
is coming.
I think Linton will be alright because you're playing a monk, aren't you?
Yes, but yeah.
Yeah. So if he's got that pull ability where he does a kick spin and pulls everything into closer range, and then does AOE, that destroys those treasure demons, mate. Absolutely decimates them.
I played with the monk early on today. I can't get on with the monk. I can't get on with the monk.
So, next month on the Diablo 3 Fancast.
This will turn into the Diablo 3 podcast. No, I can't get on with
I've
that.
still got to talk about Diablo 3.
Yeah.
I've not just stopped there with 100% in the trophies. I have on my Necromancer got all 4 sets of the full sets of the Necromancer armour. So that's all 4 of the complete,
The unique sets, yeah.
How'd you get the uniques?
How'd you get the
Is that by...
Yeah. They're the green drops. But anyway, yes, I've also started a seasonal character. I put a vote out onto the community what I'm going to run with. So I've started up a monk as well. And that's now at level 40. So yeah, I've probably put another... In this month alone, I've probably put another 50 to 60 hours in Diablo 3. And this is on top of... And this is on top, right? So yeah, no more Diablo 3. Right?
Yeah.
Because...
There will be later.
It will be later. I got my Joker.
Yeah.
And that is Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age. It's fucking brilliant. It is just... Yeah, it's the Final Fantasy I wanted. 15 can go suck balls. This is just... It's just
Have you actually played it before? Have you completed it before?
No, I've never... I had it. I played probably 20 minutes of it. And... because I didn't pick it up at the time, I'd already transitioned over from a PS2 to the 360 when it came out.
Right.
And I wasn't really as much into Final Fantasy then. That I didn't pick it up until about 6 years ago. I got a second-hand copy, and I only played about 20 minutes. So, yeah. So I'd never actually completed it, but I'm probably 50 hours in on it. I'm about 70% of the way through the main storyline.
So I've got to ask, because
still going.
This game came out before a lot of the stuff we have with social media and everything before, and it got a lot of bad press, Final Fantasy 12, when it was first out, for being a badly written game and the game mechanics being too action oriented. What do you actually think of the Gambit system that they introduced in that?
It's brilliant. It is just fucking brilliant. You can... It does seem a bit action orientated, but if you like 15, you can play it in wait mode, so you can select your actions, whatever. You can individually assign whatever you want on your character, or even determine what they are for the other characters. But the Gambit system is like a mini macro thing. You determine a target and action. You've got up to about 12 Gambits per character, so you can set up a whole different set of scenarios for them, and you just let them go.
Yeah.
So you're using your main character, and you've got a dedicated healer in the background that as soon as anyone drops below 50%, fires Cura on them. So you're not having to worry as much, and it makes the grind a lot easier, because you could set it up in such a way that you're just running around doing no input. Mechanic then is that you're managing your Gambits. Mm-hmm. Depending on the situation you're in. So you go to a new area, you suddenly got no enemies susceptible to fire or ice. You've got water susceptible ones, so you have to change your Gambits up a bit then, and I'm actually really enjoying it.
I'm glad to hear it.
Enjoying it.
I mean, I know you've been talking about it since the start of the year, obviously. As this being stuck in as your Joker regardless. So I'm really glad you're enjoying it, because I always thought it was underappreciated Final Fantasy.
It was, because I think it came out at the wrong time. It came out right at the very end of PS2's.
That's right. And
it mainstream life cycle.
See, and that's where it's different for you and me. You went to 360, whereas I went to PS3.
Yeah.
And PS3 initially had a backwards compatibility, where you could play the PS2 games and the PS3. And I was probably about 100 odd hours into Final Fantasy 12 when I upgraded to PS3. And I tried to play it backwards compatible, and it looked like dog shit. It was fucking awful. So I gave up. So I never actually got to finish the full thing.
Zodiac Age is quite nice. It's not you can tell it's a HD upped game, but it's not like Final Fantasy X HD remake in that they just basically upscaled everything. There are a few things, the facial animations are a lot better in it. Character detail is a lot higher. But you can tell to be honest, I don't really give a fuck. The
issue that the PS3 had is it couldn't handle the frame rate of it, so it was stuttery. So is that still something that if it's just
no,
built on
because
top?
they've rebuilt the engine underneath it. So it is apart from the gone overboard on the graphics, but they've pretty much rebuilt a lot of the stuff underneath to make it run really well on the PS4. It reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy XIV. It's just got that whole atmosphere and vibe of 14, the environments, and the whole Evil East reminds me a lot of Eorzea. It's the 14 thing, and the music's very similar, and yeah, it's fucking brilliant. So yeah, I'm
happy
probably going to be
then.
putting in at least another 100 hours in there when I get, I'm going to carry on playing this for another couple of months.
So you, as far as you're concerned, Joker well spent.
Yeah, it was 190 quid well spent.
Ouch!
I got the collector's edition.
Okay, that's okay.
But the thing is with it's a Square Enix collector's edition, and they are expensive, but they are good quality.
Do you know what? I've said this time and time again. The amount of money we've saved for not buying games, if we were to buy the most elite edition of our Joker or our gift, it would still not even add up to what we've saved. So at the end of the day, if you're going to get your Joker, go big or go home. It's like you might as well just go for it.
Fair play, dude. Fair play.
That's endemic of the guys that take this challenge and actually record for the challenge. We all know that we're collecting edition guys. We all know that all Fallout 4s I have the collector's editions. Witcher 3 I have the collector's editions. We're not spending £50, $50 on a game. My collector's edition, I think, for Witcher 3, because of import tax, probably cost me nearly $340 to get. We're serious gamers with, unfortunately, a serious OCD. I need to collect everything. That's why I've got the loot crates for. Well, there's a whole pile of boxes with Fallout 4 and Fallout shit. We're not, we're not sort of the gamers who buy a FIFA and maybe a Call of Duty a year. If we buy a game, we go fucking big. We're not talking about. I bought the new game. It cost me £25. What did you buy? I bought the collector's editions with the art book and everything. It cost me about 150 quid. Why would you buy that? Because I love that game and I'm a collector of that genre. I will buy everything for that game. So, to be honest with you...
I did also put on top of the game as well. Did also get the guide. So yeah, that's going in my other collection of collector's edition guides. So yeah,
well,
Final Fantasy Dark.
Yeah.
I've not actually used it. Well, actually, no. It's been quite good for choosing my jobs because the job system on it is
it's pretty complex. Yeah.
Well, it's even more so on this because you on version that you would have played, Derek.
Yeah.
You've got the job and license boards, and anyone could take on every job.
Yeah.
Pretty much. On Zodiac Age, you've got 12 jobs, and you're right. Each character is locked into 2 of them. So you've got to really choose wisely what you're doing. So yeah, it's fun. Anyway, that's me.
Anyway, enough about Jokers. So this month there was no community questions because we were running a bit late, mainly due to other reasons. So we wanted to keep this one a bit shorter, so Steve-O doesn't have a breakdown. But we will be putting out the questions next month, so we'll be back on track then. So
I've got a question
when we
now.
do the next recording.
If someone asked you for 5 games they should have in their library, what would those 5 games be?
Difficult. Steve-O, I'll open this one to you.
Easy enough. Well, I can do at least one. Diablo 3. One's got to play Diablo 3. Or a Diablo... No, Diablo 3. I would say any Diablo, but 3's and very accessible. Streets of Rage 2. It's the best 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up you can get. A Fallout, either 3 or 4. or Skyrim, depending on what genre you're into. If you're very sci-fi, go for Fallout. If you're more high fantasy, go for your Elder Scrolls, but at least one of them. A JRPG of some kind. See, personally, I'd go for a Final Fantasy 7, 10, or 12. But as I say, any JRPG, I think you've got to have one in there just to experience the nuttiness of them. Batman Arkham City.
Really, City?
Batman Arkham City or Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, I see.
Arkham Asylum.
I can back you with Asylum. I couldn't have backed you with City.
Yeah.
So, Trev, this question came to you, so we'll give Linton a little bit more time to think. What would you pick, Trev?
What would I pick? Well, obviously Fallout.
Well, yeah, we knew
I would also pick a Half-Life. Any one of them. This was my first big introduction to online gaming. Have you ever played Half-Life with the guys? And it was where they, you got the instant kill with the grav weapon. I once played a game for a day where guys were just killing each other with toilets. Fucking hilarious. Absolutely. And if that comes on and we can get a Midlife gamer community where you can just get on together and it's only environmental kills, it's hilarious when you see someone's been killed by a toilet. So I said Fallout, I said Half-Life. I'd say GTA 5 is a good one, or any of the GTAs. Fuck me, even though I asked this question, now I'm struggling because it's late. Hey, just for weirdness, any Senra Kagura game, because Jesus Christ, your brain is just going to go weird after that. You'll never see the world properly after that. I said Diablo. No, Diablo 3 would be another one. If you haven't played a Diablo game, Diablo 3 is more accessible. I've played all the other Diablos. But Diablo 3 is just... If you don't have that in your library, you are missing out on some great fucking fun.
Yeah, see, for myself, I would have to also put a vote in for Diablo, but personally I would actually vote for Diablo 2. Don't get me wrong, but the reason I say that is because Diablo 1 was very basic. Diablo 3 is really polished, but it was Diablo 2 that cracked the formula.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, for me, Diablo 2 is the game that changed the direction of the series and made it what Diablo 3... Diablo 3 wouldn't exist without Diablo 2. It's as simple as that, because they broke the formula then.
Yeah, well, we did mention Fallout 1 and 2.
Well, see, funnily enough, my second choice would actually be Fallout 2. That top-down isometric RPG. Yes, very much so. I thought Fallout 2 had more depth to it. The first Fallout's amazing. Fallout 2 it has a lot of depth. Yeah. Fallout 3 was rejected by a lot of people because it was so far removed from the original Fallouts. You had all the other shit like Tactics and that crappy Xbox 360 one that came out as well from Fallout.
Brotherhood of Steel one.
Was it Brotherhood of Steel?
Yeah.
There was a Brotherhood of Steel
type
one.
It was a crappy third-person shooter.
Yeah.
I've played them all.
I've got them all, but by the time Fallout 3 came out, I'd already fallen in love with the world and what the story was about. So yeah, I don't think. Well, I've tried to play them again. Fallout 1, Fallout 2. In this modern day, I don't think people will pull up with that sort of game.
Well, yeah, that's very true. But in fact, this is my list, so I pick whatever the hell I want.
No, you're right.
Yeah, but going from one side of it to the other, I would actually then say Skyrim. I wouldn't vote Oblivion, which is... Well, no, it's not my favourite, is it? I think Morrowind's actually my favourite. But I would vote for Skyrim because they just got to the point where it's just such a large, enjoyable world that you would get a lot out of it, more than you would now going back to Oblivion or going back to Morrowind, which is... Yeah, your argument for Fallout, Trev, I make the same argument for Elder Scrolls. It's I think the most up-to-date one is probably the more enjoyable for me.
What do you play it on? Do you play Skyrim on the PlayStation?
Pick your platform. I've got it on all of them.
But do you?
He's buying a Switch.
I'm also.
Yeah.
What? Don't fucking start me on that, because I know where this fucking story goes about the Switch.
And I think I'm going to go old school with my last two, though. So I think I'm going to go old school with my last two. So I'm going to go back retro. And I'm going to say Rick Dangerous 2. Action platformer. Fucking amazing game. It's still ingrained in my memory, that game. So I would recommend that. And I'm going to go for an outside one here, which is Rings of Power for the Mega Drive, which is one of the first Naughty Dog games. So the guys that did Uncharted, they made a Western RPG isometric game on the Mega Drive that was absolutely amazing. But at the time when I was at school, I was the only person that owned it or had it, because it was an import. Back in the days when imports were just fucking, rocking horse shit. So yeah, that's my 5. So Linton, what about yourself?
Well, you know me, I'm all about retro. I'll try and go through one from each sort of generation if I can. My first one would be Super Mario World, and then I'll go on to Resident Evil, but the GameCube remake of Resident Evil.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've got to have a GTA in there, so I'm going to say GTA Vice City.
Yeah, soundtrack, best soundtrack I've ever heard.
Yeah, brilliant.
Best radio.
Vandal Hearts from the PS1. Still to this day the best grid-based strategy game ever made. And current gen would be The Last of Us.
That's a very nice.
I forgot about Last of Us.
That's my list of 5.
See, I like how the fact is we all agree with each other's lists, but we all had very different lists there. Yeah. So, if you know any good therapists, you can email us at yoschallenge5@gmail.com. So if you want to get hold of us on Twitter, guys, you can get Trev here at TrevDXB, and you can get myself at a Digital Pariah. You can get Sam there.
Whoa! Can I just put a caveat on that? Can the girls who keep sending me the Twitter connections where you don't have any media and all your links is to some sex site, stop fucking making friends with me on Twitter? Because clearly I'm a middle-aged man that plays games. I'm actually married. If I wanted to masturbate, I could find a free site. Stop sending me your fucking Twitter connections, because clearly you're not interested in my PS4 connection that I just got a trophy on fucking Diablo. What the fuck are you thinking, women? Get over it. Sorry. I've had a lot of them this week, trust me. It fucking irritates me.
It's a big Diablo fan, that's all, Trev.
Do you know what? If any of them did listen to the show, we've just lost 5 audience members. So
I tell you, no. I can tell you what, Derek. There's a lot more than 5 of them, and I'm thinking, well, I've just posted this trophy, and you want to follow me, and then you look at them thinking, what the fuck is? Oh, your tits. Yeah, great. I'm not a 13-year-old boy. I've actually seen tits and a vagina for real in life. I don't have to fucking really Google one. So get over it, and trust me, if I turned up at your fucking site, you'd be fucking depraved. Anyway, sorry. I didn't realise we were ending. I didn't know we were wrapping up, but hey. You just wrap up now, Derek, and I'll just sit here and smoke this. Hey, I'm just this, yeah, I could work on local radio out here. Trust me, you want to hear them.
So, if you want to get in touch with Sam, he's at Linton_86, and Stevo is at StevoA76. Or if you want to get in touch with us directly on our Twitter group, you can contact us at YoS Challenge 5, and we're also on Facebook on YoS Challenge 5 2017. So I think all that's left to do is thank the guys for coming on, and Trev, it's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Always.
Do I stop recording now?
No, wait a minute. We haven't actually said.
I know that's it. So yeah.
Oh, haven't we?
Oh dear, yeah. So
fuck 'em,
funnily enough, all that's left to do is for everyone to say goodbye.
Thank you for listening. Next month. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, guys. How you doing? Have a good one. all the rest of the shit will be cut out by the time you hear this. I'll now have to get up early to catch up so she doesn't fucking moan.
It's decent.
I can hear her laughing out there, because trust me, Filipino laugh, it's like the witches of Eastwick fucking coming through the room. There's some sort of evil spirit fucking driven up there. 6 banshees are coming through it. That sort of laughter. Oh, Red Redemption 2, when it comes out in next year, fuck me. I'm out of the fucking zone, man. That is going to be one big motherfucking collector's edition, because I've saved my money by not buying.
It's just going to be a cowboy hat, though, Trev.
No, it's a pair of chaps, pair of leather chaps,
and I'll wear them.
A rock star sheriff badge.
And I wear them at EGX 2018. I'll come in with my chaps on, my ass hanging out. I look like a gay club. You'll have to keep...
See chaps in a rusty sheriff's badge.
Yeah, my rusty sheriff's badge.
Before you go on, going back to OCDs, this is the bad one.
I don't have OCD.
I got picked up some Lego the other week, and my OCD and its bad. You know, you're going through doing the whole thing. It got that bad. Do you know on each of the little dimples there's the Lego symbol or the Lego brand logo?
Yeah.
I was making sure they were all lined up in exactly the same direction when I was putting the bricks together. It was winding me up not having them in the same direction, all facing the same way. Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
Is that even possible, though, Steve?
Well, you've got some that are at 90 degrees, but as long as they're like, they are all the ones that are pointing one way or the same direction, all the ones going the other way or the same direction, I was fine with that. You know, because some you just can't. But yeah, I couldn't have them all over the place going. Oh, yeah.
I just slap it when it tells me to.
Oh no, don't do that.
I literally, there you go, son. There's your aeroplane.
We don't even have to put them all the same colour.
If ever any of us go to Steve's house, we just delve into his Lego. Just switch one round randomly and tell him you've done it, but don't tell him where it is. No.
See, that'd be heaven for me, though. It means I can break it all up and restart again. Oh.
Even better, get someone to make some Lego with you where they're deliberately the wrong way. Just put the logo.
Oh, I had to do that with my kids.
90 degrees, so they can't fucking fit. No, the guys used to do that when I used to drink. The guys used to fucking do that. I always used to have an ashtray with a cross on it, and I used to put a napkin down that had been divided in 4, and the crosses went on the napkin, and it'd be always beer on the left, napkin on the fuckers would move it so it was out of way, and just because they knew it might just turn me let's just carry on again, because
carry on.
Yonder Cloudcatcher Chronicles merge game, open world adventure game, looks pretty, but not for me. And clearly you can't hear a word I'm fucking saying. It's just Steve. Steve, I was worried that you had a stroke or something at that moment, because it looked like you just passed out.
There's a difference between us laughing because we can't hear you, Trevor, and us listening intently. And that was loud there, so...
Well, the only people that look like that to me is when I talk to customers where they have to pay attention. I'm not used to you guys actually pay attention to anything I fucking say. That's what customers look like when I say, yeah, I can do that. I just need the GTP -C solution coming through to my solution. So you get your GTTP UT proxy come through and I'll sort that out. Trust me, can you change the APN to my IP address? Yeah, that's the look I normally get. But you guys, for once, you start to pay attention to me. Stop doing that. It becomes scary. And I think you're actually listening to what I'm fucking saying. No one listens to what I fucking say normally. Only my customers listen to what I'm saying because they make money out of me.
Oh, dear.
So anyway.